Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla and I'm back again with yet another video. Okay, I'm trying so hard to pump myself up for this one, but anyway, let's see how far I can get. Once again, my name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla, an aspiring legal practitioner. Well, attorney, prosecutor, lecturer, whatever that opens up first. Ooh, lecturing. What do you think? Anyway, I want to talk about this lady that I found and I saw on TikTok. I tried to contact her, but I couldn't get through to her. And I understand that a lot of people are contacting her. And yeah, but I feel like this story that she's telling, I need it to be here and I need everybody to share it as much as possible. Share it with each and everyone. Raise awareness. Okay, right? There's a lady who used to stay in Mabilodi. She had a very, very respected husband. A husband, you know, those people that you hold in high accord in the community. Yes, church leader, loving father to his children. He was the kind of person, when you give an example about a noble man, in short, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying he was perfect, but he was a very good person. Quiet, and the way she describes him, and the way that lady is, she's so soft. I believe that this man is a very he's soft also. I believe that there's something that she's so soft, this lady. So she was narrating this from the 31st of October this this year. She started her first videos where she said that she was having a deja vu moment, a moment of exhaling to say, wow, it's done. So apparently this lady started telling us a story of how her husband was handed down a life imprisonment sentence on the 30th of October 2024. So she said that in the year 2017, her sister's daughter, who was 9 years, had visited the family. And it just like the house, it's like, you know, those things of saying school holidays, we are going to auntie's house, we are doing 1 2 3. So they are that kind of couple that would host kids, like to a point that they have even an adopted daughter. You see, I'm just trying to show you the kind of hearts they have. So that daughter was visited the house, her sister's child, and this child was okay. So this man took advantage of that child, and this child never said anything until she went back home and she told her mom. And this was in 2017, right? November. And the family didn't do much. They didn't say anything. The mom didn't say anything because it was a question, will our sister believe us, blah blah, because this man is held in so much, in the highest form of, like, a respected man, if I should say. So apparently 2018, the part of the family who knew about this were like, this is enough. They created a WhatsApp group where there's the mother and the rest of the cousins to tell her this is what happened with the child. The child was taken advantage of. Like, the child was abused. Okay, I cannot say it here on you know what I mean. This is what this man did to this 9-year-old child. This is a year later. What she did is she went to fetch the child. The wife went to fetch the child, took the child to the police station, JP police station to be exact, and opened a case of sexual assault. This is now 1 year after, right? This child is now 10 years old. She said that when she got there, it was the usual behavior, the usual attitude of, are you sure about this? Are you sure you want to do this? Did you say this is your husband? Did you? It's shocking. It's very, very weird in the black community that this is supposed to be something that a family talks about. What is there to talk about? This lady opened this case with this child, and as they were asking her, her answer was, I am not sure of the story. I'm trying to remember what she said. But I'm definitely sure that everybody has to prove themselves. My husband has to prove he's innocent. And then this child also has to prove her case. What I am doing here, I am doing what every parent would do. I am doing what every reasonable person would do. She went to open the case and then took the child back home and went back to her house. On her way to her house, she had to now call everybody. She called the rest of the family to tell them, this is what I've done. I've taken the child to open a case. She called her stepdaughter. She called her the church pastor. She called I don't know who else she said she called, but she called a few people. And as the people, she called the people to come to the house, came to the house, and then she had, I think they said the pastor prayed first, and this lady said that she called these people, and the pastor prayed first. I think they were elders, like people who know him. And then they told him that she had something to say to him, and she told him what the child has said to her and everything that has happened, right? The man was always known for his softness. And the first thing that he said was, why did you have to tell me this thing in front of all these people? Why? It's supposed to be a private matter, right? So life went on from then, where there was a court case against him to a point that she had to move out and she had to stand with her sister's child, go live somewhere else and leave him there. This guy was definitely saying that he's innocent. His son, his biological son, and his biological daughter, they were standing with the father, and they were like, their mom is horrible, So COVID hit, the case came to a standstill. When COVID now ended, the case continued, and the case was taken from JP College to Mamelodi. I think this is where their marital home was. The case continued. There was a lot of things that happened. Remember, this man, he's a respected person who actually has money also. The docket was stolen. The investigative detective office was broken into and the docket was stolen, but luckily, because now they use a system of scanning, they still had that. And for her to have a suspicion that it would be stolen, or it was stolen, is that every time she met him at church, he had so much confidence. He was walking so high to say, this case is gonna be at court, it's not gonna go anywhere, and she called the detective to say, do we have enough evidence? Because I saw this person, he was so confident, and the detectives always said that the case was solid, because the case was so solid because that 9-year-old or 10-year-old child at that time could not have known the acts that man committed on her. So even though there was no kit, there was definitely enough evidence from that child. Whatever she was saying, she was too young to have known that. there was no way. And I skipped a part. When she told her mom took her to the doctor, where the doctor confirmed that this child had been violated. So we do have a medical report that shows that this child was violated, even though the mom took that child, got the report, and kept quiet. That report was also forming part of the evidence. And the nice thing about it is the report was in Limpopo and they're in Joburg, so even if he can do the best he could, so this, I think the detective's name is Officer Baker. Yeah, Baker or Baka, something like that. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Wow, great job. So the case continued, everything went on, and this child had to go into court. Well, not into court per se, but to do it over video, like the way you saw it on Skim Samne, and explain that this man, what he did to her was 1, 2, and 3. I mean, this child is 9 years old, and this man went and performed this act on this child. He violated this child. The testimony, I wish I could explain it more and more, but he's so, he molested the child first, if you know what I mean. He sodomized the child, and when he was done with that, he performed a doggy style on a child. This wife, this lady, I wish we could find her and buy her 100 roses, give her her flowers while she's alive. Because after seeing her story and every comments that I saw there, so many people, so many kids have went through this, and people's wives have sat on it. They have protected animals, and this lady saw this case through for 6 years. I think 6 years, 2017 to now, 6 years, until this man was in jail. It's not every wife who does that. I commend her, and I commend her self-control. Remember, when you're having a case like that, if you go through a psychologist, they will character assassinate you. So she had to stay. She had to live with this information. And after this child had come out, so many things came out that he has done, including the step adoptive daughter. Okay, I was writing something in the day, ne? Criminal Law, Sexual Offences and Related Matters Amendment Act 2007. When in section 15 and 16, it defined what statutory is, and then it also says that A person can be sentenced to life imprisonment, and this lady did exactly that for her niece. Everybody in the family is damaged. The mother of the child drinks now, like she went into alcoholism. I think she just shushed off. She couldn't even testify for her child. But this child was carried by the grace of God and was able to confidently say the same. Remember, for the past 6 years, every time there is consultations, they will ask this child, psychologists, this child had to relive this thing. They had to verify that this story is still the same to the core. And I am so glad that this story shows you that even if something happens to you now, you can still go and act against it later. If you are in shock, if you're afraid, if you can still go and act, because here they acted and they ended up in jail. That man ended up in jail where he belongs. I think he belongs somewhere far worse, because God, no. No. But anyway, I wish we could find this lady. I think I've put her pictures as I was talking. I'm so sorry that I'm not consistently talking, because I thought I've had this story for a week, and I thought, no, I will find her, maybe we'll do an interview, or I will tell the story myself. But I can see that even I myself, my confidence telling the story it just dims my soul, because what? But I don't want the light to be dimmed off this lady. This is a wife who was married to a highly esteemed man, and she made a decision that there is no isidima, there is no integrity that I'm protecting of an animal. There is no image or reputation that I'm living for at the expense of my daughter, because that's a nephew, that's a daughter, a sister's child is a daughter. I'm not going to sacrifice anything. I'm not. This man, if he's innocent, he must prove his innocence in court. And if he was so innocent, why did he have the docket stolen? I am so glad he's where he belongs. Please have a look at this lady one more time, guys. I wish we could find her. This lady is an example of what a human being should be like, of what a mother should be like. She's an epitome of strength, and I love her so much. I hope God blesses her and gives her everything that she needs in life. Anyway, guys, let's move on to another shocking story. There is a mother who threw a baby shower for her 12-year-old child. Yes. Yeah. A baby shower for a baby that's 12-year-old was thrown by the mother, who's 36 years old, where the person who impregnated this child is 24 years old. Like, let's just close this country. Like, I'm tired. Like, I could not even continue to eat after finding out this. So this lady was on a radio interview where they were questioning her. I think she posted it on socials. They were questioning her, and they were asking her that how what's this, why she threw a baby shower for her baby who's having a baby. And she said, oh, she wanted to create memories for her. There's no use going around or being angry with the child. What has happened has happened. They tried to ask her that this is, or to tell her that this is statutory rape, you know? They tried to tell her that. And I feel like at this point, with all this stuff that's happening, especially this one, sometimes these people, they must just give them to the community. It's fine. It's okay. We will talk to them. Just give her to women. Because now, let's look at what the law says. Criminal Law, Sexual Offences and Related Matters Amendment Act 2007, in section 15 and 16 provides that statutory rape is the act of consensual sexual penetration or violation of a child that is between the ages of 12 and 16. If the child is between the age of 16 and 17, the age difference between the child and the perpetrator is more than 2 years. Therefore, an adult person who will be guilty of statutory rape, if she or he has sexual relations with a child, irrespective of such a minor's consent. So the consent of a child that is 12-year-old is invalid. When who is older? I mean, this guy is 24 years. He's a man. You know where the mother said, no, she wants to see where the relationship is going. The guy came to pay damages. I think I almost threw up my liver or something. And she will see, and then she's awaiting lobola. This, can you see the hero I just spoke about? These are the kind of mothers we don't need, because the Children's Act the Children's Act 38 of 2005 speaks of the rights and responsibility of parents, and in the rights and responsibility we have the right to care. The right to care, or the duty to care, includes supervising the child day to day, making sure that this child is well protected in a safe environment. This mother, first of all, the father deserves to be in jail, and the mother must be in jail, just like that white lady who was giving out her 13-year-old daughter to the lawyer. Guys, it's too much for 1 month. There's a lot going on. I don't like this topic that I'm talking about right now. It takes so much strength to bring me here, but I am so first happy with the lady that put her husband in jail. Thank you for not standing up for Dichila. And I am so heavily burdened and so not understanding. How can a biological mother put her children through this? How can, and like not even a mother, how can a woman put children through? A woman who has carried kids and gave birth. How is it possible that you can pimp up your child to somebody? Even if you are in poverty, if I were to speak for myself, if I'm in poverty and it's too much, I can't even afford anything to eat, I will pimp out me before I pimp out my kid. Even I don't think it will get to a point where I pimp out my kid. For what? I will pimp out me. Let me be. These kids didn't even ask to be here. It's that lady from the white lady, the biker lady, who was pimping out a 13-year-old child. We don't know how long this child has been pimped out. This child has been pregnant. So this child, even though she did not give birth and maybe it was terminated. Guys, bye. Bye.